From stories across the world to stories here at home, this is the National News Broadcast. A very good evening to you. I'm Nitya Chandra.
Good evening, I'm Lakshita Singha, and to start off, we take a quick look at the headlines for tonight.
A financial fraud worth 11 billion rupees in the Central Cultural Fund during the period of 2016 to 2019. President instructs state institutions to purchase goods only from local producers and suppliers. Party membership of 115 candidates who had left the United National Party and contesting from Samagi Jana Balawegaya has been terminated. Public health inspectors call off the strike action.
On to those and other stories in detail, starting off with your top story for tonight. It has been revealed that a financial fraud worth 11 billion rupees has allegedly occurred in the Central Cultural Fund during the period of 2016 to 2019. A committee report has revealed that the financial provision in the account consists of US dollars belonging to the fund has also been misused. The Prime Minister appointed a committee to probe into the misappropriations and irregularities occurred in the Central Cultural Fund during this period. The 142-page committee report was handed over to the Prime Minister this morning by the members of the committee. The inquiries carried out by the committee had revealed many irregularities, including releasing a financial provision worth 400 million rupees without approval during the previous presidential election period, maintenance of 25 mobile accounts without the consent of the Treasury, and carrying out purchasing activities while violating financial regulations. A year-end Director Board meeting had taken place seeking to obtain approval for the unapproved expenditures for the year 2019. The committee report has further indicated that inconsistencies had occurred in the accounts of the Cultural Fund projects with foreign income, while irregularities in the recruitments had also taken place during the period. It has also been revealed that a loss of 2,608 million rupees worth interest rate income had occurred in consequent to the withdrawal of fixed deposits without appropriate approval, and a misappropriation of 753 million rupees had occurred from the constructions initiated under the Sisu Daham Sevana program without official consent. A loss of 48 million rupees from the revenue earned through tourist entry tickets had occurred during the conversion process of US dollars into rupees. A sum of 2,266 million rupees had been misused for other purposes on illegal means without making the relevant financial funding for archaeological trust. It has been evaluated that an 8 million rupees loss has occurred during the process to transfer assets of the Apegama project. A sum of 2,316 million rupees had been misappropriated through cultural aid and direct payments without proper approval. A loss of 3,060 million rupees had occurred through improper recruitments carried out exceeding the recruitment policies and by making salary payments and allowances for those recruited. The committee has recommended taking necessary legal action against the relevant parties involved in the irregularities, misappropriations and administrative irregularities. The committee has also indicated on purchasing equipment violating financial regulations, discrepancies in the accounts of the Cultural Fund projects initiated with foreign income, and the payments carried out outside the payment procedures while preparing necessary documentations in the aftermath of such activities. A Director Board meeting was convened on November 15, 2019 to obtain the approval for the improper expenditures occurred during the year 2019. The committee report has indicated that only 5 members of the Director Board had taken part in the meeting, yet the signatures of the absentees have also been obtained in this regard. The committee has insisted that the authenticity of the signatures of the members who were absent for the meeting should be clarified, as issues have risen over the legality of the meeting. The committee appointed by the Prime Minister consists of retired High Court Judge Gamini Sarath Edirisinghe, former Ministry Secretary Gotabaya Jayaratne and Senior Counsel Harigupta Rohanadira.
Now, in the meantime, President Gotabaya Rajapaksa says that the state institutions have been instructed to purchase necessary furniture only from local producers and suppliers. Now, this aims to promote and encourage local businesses. The president made these remarks while taking part in several public rallies held with the aim to assure the victory of the Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna candidates contesting from the Colombo district. Firstly, the president participated in the public rally organised in Talawathagoda to assure the victory of former MP Vijayadasa Rajapaksa. The public gathered for the rally requested the president to direct his attention towards the growth of carpentry industry in the country. Responding to other queries, the president said that a decision had been reached to establish a non-cabinet ministry for the industries including carpentry. He said that state institutions have been instructed to purchase locally produced goods without importing from foreign countries. He added that the country expects a local production-based economy. He said that they need people with great potential and skill to implement these initiatives. He said that without being deceived by the false propaganda, they require a two-third majority in parliament. The public appreciated the president for the new initiatives and requested to eradicate the illegal drug menace. The president, responding to these queries, said that special measures have been taken to eradicate the illegal drug trafficking activities in the country. Subsequently, the president participated in a public rally organized in Battaramulla to assure the victory of party candidate Jagat Kumar. The public gathered at the rally requested the president to implement the gallows to eradicate the underworld. The president also participated in the public rally organized at Kotte Municipal Council premises to assure victory of party candidate Madhura Vittanage. He also presented his policy to the statement of the president. Meanwhile, the president participated in several public rallies organized in Kurunagala district to assure the victory of several party candidates. The public rally held at Kuliapitia Cooperative Grounds was organized by party candidate Saman Priya Herath. The president informed the public to make the agreed installments to the ACB leasing company. The president said to them to cite his name when making the payments, and if the company's evasions pertaining to the payments, they can negotiate with him. He also said the public to provide information over drug-related activities in the area. The president participated in a public rally held at the Neralugama grounds in Dummala Suviya Bingiri organized by candidate Semasiri Gunathilaka. Those engaged in self-employment related to the terracotta industry in the country briefed the president over the issues faced. The president instructed the police to allow them to proceed with their livelihood without any hindrance. Responding to a query raised by the president over the insufficient water levels in the water tank, the public informed the president that the depth of the water tank is insufficient to store enough water for drinking and cultivation. The president then inquired whether they have managed to obtain a fair price rate for the paddy harvest. They said that they managed to sell the harvest for a price rate of 51 rupees. They added that they only managed to obtain half of the expected harvest. The president participated in the public rally held at the Pannala Public Grounds at Katugampala organized by former MP Anura Priyadarshana Yapa. The president said that fulfilling the request made by students of the Pannala National School, a new administrative building and a swimming pool will be constructed. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa and Minister Johnston Fernando were present at the occasion.
Leader of Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa says that the absolute negligence of the previous government towards the security of the general public had caused the Easter Sunday attacks. The Prime Minister made these remarks while addressing a public rally in Negombo area this evening. The public rally was organized by former parliamentarian Nimal Lansa, contesting for the general election from Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. Chairman of the party, Professor G.L. Piris, and several party candidates contesting for the election were also present at the rally. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa said that he remembers the unfortunate incident occurred in Negombo last year. He added that when he visited the Negombo hospital, he witnessed the bodies of the victims and those who were injured due to the incident. The Prime Minister said that the previous government directed no attention over the threat, though they were well informed in this regard. He said that all necessary information related to the attackers was obtained by the intelligence services. He further said that the previous government failed to take any initiative on the potential threat, though the intelligence services had relayed the relevant information, which led to a catastrophe. Accordingly, the Prime Minister said that the previous government failed to provide necessary protection for the general public as well as the religious establishments. He said that this calamity can be observed as a violation of the public's right to worship their own religion unreservedly. The Prime Minister said that the government extended concessions for multi-day trawlers in Negombo region recently. He said that villagers were established in the region and necessary infrastructure facilities were provided to these areas. Also, he said that a fisheries banking system was developed and a maritime university was established. The Prime Minister said that Maritime Security Force was introduced while new chillers were constructed in aid of the fisheries communities. He said that they are expecting to provide new loan facilities and introduce an insurance coverage for the fisheries communities with the objective to improve the fisheries industry. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa also participated at a rally held at the weekly fair premises in Minuwangoda. The rally was organized by Minister Prasanna Ranatunga. Meanwhile, several members of the United National Party obtained the membership of Sri Lanka Podujana Peramuna. Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa said that the general public believed that the development phase was achieved in the country after the year 2005. He said that they were also able to end the 30 years of war and allow the public to live freely in the country without fear. He said that certain individuals have forgotten the freedom which was won by them. However, he said that they have not abandoned the policies introduced in the past. He said that the objective which was attempted to be fulfilled by Prabhakaran with arms is attempted to be achieved through the election by former MP Sambandhan. He said that they would not allow such efforts to be carried out in the country and allow any individual to achieve these objectives at any cost. He said that former MP Sajith Premadasa had to contest from Colombo as he failed to render any service to the people in Hambantota in the past.
පිළිගන්න බැරි නායකින්ගේ ඉතිහාසය බලලා ඔවුන්ගේ ඉස්සෙල්ලා ක්‍රියාකලාපයන් බලලා තමයි අපි තීන්දුව කර යුත්තේ කියන එක අපි විශ්වාස කරනවා.
Now, leader of the United National Party, Ranil Wickremesinghe, says that only a United National Party government can provide solutions for the urban housing issue in Colombo. He made these remarks while addressing a rally held in Colombo's central area yesterday. Leader of the United National Party, Ranil Wickremesinghe, said that only the United National Party can mitigate the increasing cost of living in the country and extend relief for the public. He said that they extend financial aid to general public to develop the businesses and improve the economy. He said that they were left with many development activities, though they had to hand over the government in November last year. He added that he was expected to build 4,000 housing units in Colombo with the financial assistance from China, and only a United National Party government should come to power to initiate these projects. He further requested the public of the constituency to elect respective the representatives contesting from the party into the parliament.
Meanwhile, leader of the Samagi Jana Balawegaya, Sajith Premadasa, participated in a public rally organized in Gangodavilla area yesterday. The rally was organized by parliamentary candidate of the party, Dr. Harsha De Silva. Leader of Samagi Jana Balawegaya, Sajith Premadasa, said that certainty prevails in stability. He added that under such certainty, the business community, investors and the public would not hesitate to engage in the business and investment processes. He said that the government should take necessary measures to prepare a suitable environment for the development of the business sector. He further said that the aspiration of each social class is to provide necessary facilities for the entrepreneurship and businesses. He said that quality governing bodies should be elected to establish certainty and stability to realize these aspirations.
Now, the United National Party has decided to terminate the party membership of 115 candidates who had left the United National Party and contesting for the upcoming general election from the Samagi Jana Balavege. The relevant approval to terminate the memberships were obtained at the Working Committee meeting held today. Addressing a media briefing held at the party headquarters today, General Secretary of the United National Party, Akhila Viraj Karyavasam, said that the United National Party has decided to terminate the party membership of 54 former parliamentarians and 61 members of local government bodies. General Secretary of the United National Party, Akhila Viraj Karyavasam, said that the disciplinary proceedings on party members have been concluded and accordingly membership of 54 members has been terminated. He said that the disciplinary proceedings on other members are in process. He added that swift measures will be taken to terminate the membership of these members as well. He said during the first disciplinary proceedings, the membership of another 61 councillors of local government bodies was also terminated. Accordingly, he said that their councillorships will be abolished with the termination. He added that the termination letters will be issued from the party headquarters from tomorrow, and the name list of former MPs and councillors of the local bodies will be conveyed to the Elections Commission. He also added a list of replacements for the terminated members will be provided to the Elections Commission. He further said that the disciplinary proceedings to terminate another 200 councillors of local government bodies are in the process. At present, accordingly, he said that a new group will be appointed in future.
Now, the leader of National People's Power, Anurakumara Dissanayake, says that an entrepreneurship sensation will be ignited in the country under his governance. Addressing a public rally held in Maharagama yesterday, he said that the country can be rebuilt by supporting entrepreneurship. Leader of National People's Power, Anurakumara Dissanayake, said that they will create an economy igniting an entrepreneurship sensation in the country instead of the existing difficult employments. He said that information is key in this process, not only to compete in the local markets, but the international markets as well. He said that the Sri Lankan missions in abroad will be restructured. He said that the US mission in the country involves in electing the leadership of the country and to form governments as a part of their military strategy. Therefore, he questioned the functions of the Sri Lankan mission in the US compared to the US mission in the country.
Now, in the meantime, the Public Health Inspectors Association has reached a decision to call off its strike action from tomorrow morning. Now, the association reached its decision following the meeting held with Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa at Temple Trees this morning. Representatives of the Public Health Inspectors Association, Director General of Health Services, and representatives of the Government Medical Officers Association also participated in the meeting held with the Prime Minister. Accordingly, the Public Health Inspectors Association agreed before the Prime Minister to consult the Medical Health Officer in the event of a case being filed with the court. Also, an agreement was reached to take further action after consulting the Director General of Health if disparities occur with the Medical Health Officer in this regard. The public health inspectors agreed to carry out relevant duties without violating the Prevention and Control of Non-Communicable Disease Ordinance. The requirement to introduce amendments to the Public Health Ordinance in the next Parliament was emphasized during the meeting. The public health inspectors were engaged in a strike action since last 16th.
With that, we take a look at more stories from home. A total of 175 COVID-19 recoveries has left the hospitals today, recording the highest number of recoveries in a day in the country. Accordingly, the total number of fully recovered COVID-19 patients in the country currently stands at 2,296. Only 2 COVID-19 patients were recorded in the country today. They have been identified as returnees from the UAE. The total number of fully recovered COVID-19 patients in the country currently stands at 2,296. This is a percentage of 81.79. The number of patients undergoing further hospitalized treatment currently stands at 500. Meanwhile, restrictions on movement imposed in one section of Kalundegama, Sirimapura Yaya 1 and one section of Yaya 2 in Rajangane area were relaxed yesterday. Accordingly, the restrictions on movement imposed in Yaya 1, 3, 4, 5 and 6 areas will also be relaxed from the 31st of July.
Now, in the meantime, the officials, including the chief jailer of the Colombo prison, recorded a statement at the Presidential Commission of Inquiry to probe political victimization today over the transportation of former Ministry for Economical Development, Basil Rajapaksa, former Secretary for the Ministry, Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka, and Director General of Divi Nagama, RAAK Ranavaka, from Kaduala Magistrates Court to the prison on April 22nd of 2015. Now, the Presidential Commission ordered the Commissioner of the Prisons to present the relevant officials to the Commission at 9:30 a.m. today. Several details were revealed by an investigation which was carried out regarding a complaint made by former Dibinagama Director General RAAK Ranavaka on the 17th of July. It has been further revealed that prior to the arrival of former Economic Development Minister Basil Rajapaksa was called in regard of 3 cases. Former Secretary of the Ministry Dr. Nihal Jayatilaka and Director General of Divinagama RAAK Ranavaka as suspects a prison bus has arrived to the court premises. Chairman of the Commission, former Supreme Court Judge Upali Abe Ratna, has ordered the Police Investigation Unit of the Commission to carry out an inspection in connection with the arrival of a bus to the premises prior to the arrival of the suspects. It has been advised to the Commissioner General of the Prisons to forward the information on the bus and the officials in this regard, and accordingly inquiring of the officials, including the Chief Jailer of the Colombo Prison, with relevant records of the incident has been carried out today. Now on to more local stories. Rangiri elephant, which fled from the Pinnavala Elephant Conservatory, has been tamed and brought back to the centre. The 25-year-old elephant fled after a clash with another 17-year-old elephant. Both the involved elephants to the conflict have fled the centre, and the 17-year-old elephant has been able to be tamed and brought back to the Pinnavala Conservatory. Rangiri elephant has gone around 1 kilometre and entered a land in Hirivaduna village. The elephant damaged crops, and staff of the centre along with veterinarian officers who visited the premises have been able to tame it. However, bringing back of the Rangiri elephant to the centre was only possible after bringing the she elephant named Manika to the premises.
And that's all the stories we have for you tonight. We'll see you tomorrow at the very same time. Good night.
Good night.